Turn the mic on. Truth in the building. No filters. No politics. No apologies. Dr. Ken, let's go. We don't quit till the whole thing shake. Truth hit hard, make the whole world wait. Real talk loud when the system fade. Stand tall, even when the whole ground break. No fear, no foe, no retreat. Pressure make diamonds when the fire meet heat. All gas, no brakes. When the truth don't speak, Dr. Ken in the booth.
Truth don't sleep.
Came from the bottom where survival was a law. Learn real quick what respect really costs. Everybody got opinions from afar, but they ain't never had to carry those scars. Built from pressure, discipline, pain. Some lose focus, some lose aim. Some sell souls just to chase that fame. I build my brick by brick, no shame. See the world get weak when it need a moment. Too many followers pretending they friends. Too many loudmouths scared to defend any real conviction when the pressure set in. But I stand on business, stand on code, stand on truth when the lies explode. Some fold up when the road gets cold. Some become legends when the story gets told. We don't quit till the whole thing shake. Truth hit hard, make the whole world wait. Real talk loud when the system fades. Stand tall, even when the whole ground breaks. No fear, no foe, no retreat. Pressure make diamonds when the fire meet heat. All gas, no brakes. When the truth don't speak, Dr. Ken is on.
Truth don't sleep.
Frank. Candid.
Straight to the point.
If nobody else gon' say it, I will. Yeah. Mic check, truth coming live again. Built for the storm, I don't hide from wind. Everybody tough when the lights are bright. Different story when it's dark outside at 10. I done seen pride make kings collapse. Seen weak minds get trapped in traps. Seen good people never fight back. Seen fake leaders disappear too fast. So I speak for the workers, speak for the tired, speak for the people still trying to climb higher. Speak for the ones still building through fire, trying to lead this world better than prior. And if the truth hurt, let it hurt a little. Growth don't happen, staying safe in the middle. Either build your life or become a riddle. Either move the crowd or get played like fiddle. We don't quit till the whole thing shake. Truth hit hard, make the whole world wait. Real talk loud when the system fades. Stand tall, even when the whole ground break. No fear, no foe, no retreat. Pressure make diamonds when the fire meet heat. All gas, no brakes. When the truth gon' speak, Dr. Ken in the booth.
Truth don't sleep.
Dr. Ken's truth. Frank, Dr. Ken's truth. Dr. Ken's truth. Dr. Ken's truth. Frank, candid.
Straight to the point, to the point.
Good day and welcome. Dr. Ken here. We have a slight change in the show today. Dame Ellzey will be on tomorrow. So don't panic. Don't freak out. Don't get mad. Just be here on tomorrow. He'll be here. And so we're going to have an abbreviated show today because there's so many things I wanted to talk about. Because Thursday I was going to talk about failure, but I guess I can talk about it today. Thanks for listening. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris on Dr. Ken's Truth, heard Monday through Thursday right here on YouTube Live, Facebook, and LinkedIn. I want to say thanks for being here. I know some of you are disappointed, but, hang in there, Willie. I get it. Thank you. Appreciate you, though. What's up, Lucretia? Who else is up in here? Curly Q, what's going on? Ronnie Ray Real, Todd, what's up? And of course, the study hall monitor herself, Kwanda. She said, good evening, Dr. Ken and study hall. Welcome to study hall. Dame missed you, definitely an understatement. He'll be here tomorrow. That was on me. That was my fault. I take full responsibility, so don't be blowing him up. Say, hey, where you at? What you doing? Because it was on me. So, should have double checked. and made the assumption. You know what that means. Yeah. So he'll be here tomorrow, so you can get gassed up for tomorrow and hang out. There's a whole bunch of stuff happening in the city, so I'm gonna definitely do my top 5. But this weather thing is pretty tough. There's an extreme heat warning until 10 o'clock tonight. The way that it looks like it's not going to get warm till about 3 a.m., which will make it a whole 77 degrees. Sunset is at 8:35, and at sunset, it'll be about 86, 85 degrees. So, yeah, we might have a few showers late. We don't know. Thursday, it's looking like partly cloudy, high of 88. Friday, isolated thunderstorms, 34% chance, high of 84. And then storms on Saturday. Hey, 65% chance on our 250th anniversary of the founding of this country. And then Sunday showers, high 76, and then on into next week. So it'll be cool. I will not be here on next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, I have a prior appointment, so I won't be here. So, yeah. Quanda said this was a boomer moment. It wasn't a boomer moment. It wasn't a boomer moment. I didn't double check, and he gave me some dates, and I had Sherwin on Monday and him on. I asked for Wednesday. He said Thursday. So I double checked, and he said Thursday. So it's not on him. It's on me. That's not a boomer moment. See, now I'm going to start talking about Quanda. She's going to get mad because didn't nobody talk about them glasses you was wearing, but that's okay. That's all right. I'm going to show you some love because, you know, Sincere might come after me. So I'm going to be nice. But Sincere, yeah, you got to take them glasses off just to talk to her because you can't say, okay, let me stop. But thank you for that, Quanda. This is a boomer moment. Y'all blame everything on being a boomer? Okay. So I was talking about failure the other day. And I guess I got to go in and change the title. I wonder, can I do that here? We were talking about failure the other day and how it really makes you stronger and makes you be the person you can be. Not doing. Todd said those glasses were super cool. No, they weren't. Nope, I'm not giving you that, Quanda. No. They were pretty cool. They matched their outfit, but anyway. One of the things that I've known and learned is growing up, it was pretty tough. I've told this story before I get distracted by Quanda's comments in the YouTube chat. I've talked about it, how there's just so many things that make us who we are, and that we are all complicated and we're all contradictory, and we say and do things and then change our minds. And we have to have the temerity to step up and make change and do things that are in our best interest. And that means that most people won't understand you because they'll compare what you do to themselves. And so growing up struggling was pretty tough for me. Being the only boy in a house with 2 older sisters, a year older and 4 years older, and then a mother. And, everything I did was, just not boy stuff. And that's why my mother put me in Boy Scouts when I was 11. But by then, my father had died. They had split when I was 8, and they divorced when I was about 11. I'm thinking 8, but it might have been 7 or 6, or that's when I noticed, when I was about 8 years old. And so it was just one of those things where you struggle and you grow up and there's really nobody to show you how to be a man. There's nobody to talk to you about the things that you need people to talk about. You need guys to talk about, just like girls need women to talk about certain things. And so things like puberty, things like girls, all those things. You had to kind of know for yourself. You had to learn for yourself. And so I was fortunate that the guy that was at the time officer friendly, Charles Smith, came into my classroom in first grade, and he ended up being a dear mentor and friend to this day. I try to talk to him at least once quarterly. He's in his 70s, if not in his 80s now. And I think he was about 20 years older than me, so he should be probably in his 80s, or maybe 10 years. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But it was one of those relationships that I had, that one person that was able to give me guidance, give me direction, even as a grown man buying a house, doing all those things, because I didn't know how to do those things. And I was able to have conversations. He made suggestions to me. Some I took, some I didn't, because he knew what was good for me, but I knew what was best for me. And it worked out. And I went into radio and TV and traveled and did all those things. But I had two really good friends, Eric and Lorenzo. Lorenzo passed away suddenly of a heart attack in his 30s or 40s. And he was overweight. He was the immaculate example of how a Black man should not live their life. And I speak in terms of being overweight, eating all the wrong food, junk food, working at night, fast food, all that stuff. So unfortunately, he died from a heart attack. And he worked in radio and TV as well. And it was just one of those things that always struck me. It made me stay alert, work. And so if you got men in your life that need coaxing, cajoling, complaining, go ahead and do it. Because the thing we have to remember is that life doesn't work out for everybody. Like, everybody's going to die. Everybody's going to pass away. It does not end good. Sometimes you have good health, sometimes you don't. And I love to hear when people say, yeah, well, it was their untimely death. Well, who times it? Like, who actually? I'm gonna time it. I think I'm gonna go, 4:00 on Wednesday, July 1st. Well, duh, it's already 4:15, so you're late. So it's just one of those things we have to remember. Just make the next day better than the day was before. I'm getting into taking I made the mistake of buying some gummy men's vitamins, 50 plus. Well, they got warm and then they kind of melted to each other. So I woke up this morning and I couldn't shake, it was almost solid. You can see a little outline of each of the gummies, but they were kind of fused together. And so I thought, well, I guess I'll go back to pills. And everybody tells me gummies absorb better, but that's not one of those smart things. So I don't know if they took that into account or if I was having where's Kwanda? I was having a boomer moment and, ran into dumb things I do, like leave it in the trunk of my car when it's 100 degrees outside. So there you go. So it was just one of those things that how you struggle in life and how you handle struggle is going to be a litmus test for your life. How you plan. Again, those three things you need in life. You need a brand where at least 2,000 people, and that was my goal on LinkedIn. I've got close to, I don't know how many. Let me double check, because I'm friends with some of y'all on LinkedIn, and you have to check and see how. Let me see. I've got 3,848 followers and over 500 connections, which doesn't really mean. So basically, I've got 3,390 connections. So I think that worked great. I'm trying to get to 4,000 this year. But I've got over the amount that for brand if I needed to impact somebody or say something to someone, I could do it on LinkedIn. I have generated and created the brand. Anybody remember what number 2 was? Taking a test. Anybody remember what number 2 was? 3 things I gave yesterday. 3 things that you should do in order to be the person you need to be. There were 3 things that I gave you. There were 3 things. What was number 2? Anybody? Anybody? It was one of my favorite topics. Yep, AI was one of them, Todd. That was number 3. You gotta understand and know AI. It is imperative that you know how to use it. My days are markedly shorter by virtue of the fact that I am able to use AI. I'm able to create something that might take me a day. I can create in like 2 minutes. I've done flyers. I've done promotional things. All the promotional things you see for Dr. Ken's Truth, I've created using AI. And so it was helpful. And then the other thing was a business. You got it right, Jasmine. Brand, business, AI. Business is one of the most important things. Finding that commodity, finding that product or service that people need. Stop freaking yourself out and thinking that I can't create something that's already been created. There are 8.8, 8.2, don't matter. It's over 8 billion people in the world. 367 million people in America. You couldn't handle 1 million. You couldn't handle 10,000, but could you handle 2? And if each of those 2,000 people gave you $10 just once a year, that's $20,000. Did I multiply that right? Todd said, plus you have to be able to sell yourself. No, you don't. I could create an entire podcast using just pictures and an AI generated voice, put together a transcript, and you never see me. And I could promote it and people follow it and you'd never know. That's just one of those things. So Todd, it's bigger than that. Todd, sound like you need to take an AI class. ChatGPT, Claude. I haven't dived into Claude yet. I'm hearing some great things about it, but I don't know if I'm hearing great things about it because they built Claude to be the opposite of OpenAI, or do they both do the same thing? I don't know. But I've been looking at YouTube videos, and that's one of the other things I do. I look at YouTube videos. I look at things that I'm interested in. I search for it, and I look at it, and if I see it and I want it, I buy it if the price is reasonable enough. Speaking of price, of course, you can support the show by going to drkenswag.printify.me. That's Dr. Ken Swag, all one word, .printify.me. So, but yeah, it's just one of those things that I think we really need to look at, and we really need to dive in head first. If you do those 3 things, you could very likely guarantee the next 20 years of life is good, and the 20 following it are phenomenal. So go from there. That's what I think. I believe that it is one of the most important things you could possibly do in order to build something that you have. So I'm gonna interview the YouTube chat, since y'all be talking trash and y'all be talking. Let me see. I'm gonna start with Kwanda. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna get your Bachelor of Science in nursing. What are you gonna do after that? Because if you say I'm gonna quit, or if you say I'm done, I'm gonna take a break, you're never going back. So if you're smart, you should just go to get your Doctor of Nurse Practitioner and keep going. I'm not giving advice. I'm just talking, having a conversation. I would do that. Let me see who else. Sincere. You're in trucking, right? Since you do trucking, what are you going to do? What are you going to do since you do trucking? You do trucking, what are you going to do? You go buy your own truck? Are autonomous trucks going to put you out of business? Do you do your own? Do you do your own hauling, or do you haul for other people? Do you work for a company? Like, I don't know. So do that. I have no idea what SE does. I know what Curly Q does, but I don't know what SE does. What's up, Curly Q? Willie, I'm trying to think. Are you the Willie? You're the Willie I met, not the Willie that smokes cigars. So he's always in the car with his wife driving. So anyway, what do you do, Willie? I wonder. What do you do, Lucretia? I have no idea what you do either. What y'all do? I think I'm a delete Quanda. This is a boomer moment. Yeah. Todd, you have a law enforcement background. What do you do? What's your side hustle? And anybody got any cool side hustles? That's what I want to know. Anybody got any cool side hustles? I'm at a point now where I'm starting to create multiple businesses, test them right quick, see what works. The ones that work, do it. The ones that don't, toss it, take the loss, and keep moving. I've got a set amount of money I invest up front, see if it'll fly, and if it don't fly, beep, I get rid of it. I move on to the next idea. One of the things, and I forget the book I got it from, I got to track it down. There's a great book that talks about if you're going to open up a business, test it. And if you can sell it to 10 people between Friday and Sunday, then you could sell it to 10,000. Kind of simple. And so that's what I do. I take, like this Friday, people will be home. It'll be a captive audience. And I'm going to come up with a business idea. And I'm going to go sell it, see what people think. And if they respond, take a survey, say what you like, what you dislike, what could be changed, what could not be changed, and go from there. I don't think it'll kill us, but those are the types of things that I like to do. And I'll be able to create something and test it with minimal money. Then if I want to go get investors, I can say, hey, I've tested it, and this is the one that everybody chose. And I talked to them directly, and they loved it. Not, that was good. That was all right. But they actually went, wow, this is great. Let's do it instantaneously. That's what I'm looking for. If I can get that rise out of people, I think it'll go great. Hey, what's up, Babar? How's it going? He wishes he had a pair like that. Jealousy is the best compliment. Jealous of those white glasses? Man, stop. Keep it up. I'm going to go buy some. What's up, Not Really a City Girl? How's it going? Again, let me apologize. Dame will be on tomorrow at 4. That's on me. I did not go back and double check and read. So, as Quanda said, this is a boomer moment, and it's not. So, I'm just saying. Let me go there. Plus, you have to be able to sell yourself. We talked about that in the new economy. Oh, SC says she works in human resources. Okay. I guess AI is going to take over a lot of those tasks. And so I think if you can use AI in human resources to get some of the mundane, basic stuff done, you can make yourself definitely sellable. Let me keep going. Y'all blowing up the chat. Oh my goodness. Cecile said, buy my own is the goal, but I'm an owner operator that's contracting by a company. Now let me get back to hauling, sir. Okay. I hope you're not driving and typing that. I hope you're using voice. Lucretia said, I work in claims for one of the hospitals here. Okay. So how does AI impact you, Lucretia? I wonder. So if you work in claims, I should be able to go online and submit a claim, and the AI bot should be able to direct everything I do. And yeah. Or think about creating something using AI that you can sell at a micro price, $25, $27. Call it a day. Todd said, I've been a painting contractor since 87, working midnights, then painted when I was still working, still painting for a couple more years. That's what's up. Check that message. I'm unsure if I want to continue, but now the goal is to finish it through. I said goal, not plan. Okay. But you need a plan for your goal. For each step, you're going to need a plan on how to implement it and finish it. She said, I'm not sure if I want to continue, but now that's the goal, to finish it. Okay, so you're going to finish the RN, but are you going to go through to DPN, to Doctor of DNP, Doctor of Nurse Practitioner. Okay. Quanda said, let the chat decide on them glasses from the poll question, and I dare you to post the picture and then let it rest. You dare me? You the one got the pictures, your picture. SC said, I use Gemini all day at work and at home. That's because you can tell it to summarize all your emails and tell you what they say. That's what I like Gemini for in Google. Quanda said, no, he does not talk to text. He literally texts, Dr. Ken, and it drives me crazy. Yeah, it would drive me crazy. Why would it drive you crazy? Why would it drive you crazy? Anyway. See, let me see. Summarize my unread emails. And then I tell Gemini to do it, and it goes through and does it. It's pretty simple, pretty easy, pretty basic. Cool. Okay. Sincere, sir, I don't drive and text, sir. I wait till I stop first. Shaking my head. Come on now. Quanda say, how much do you think his brain can hold? You gonna get yourself in trouble. She said, Dr. Ken, nursing is not for the weak. Weak at what though? Everybody's weak at something. You got to have a calling to nursing, like you have to have a calling to law enforcement, fire service, anything in service, because it's thankless. Nobody says thank you. You got pain from the patients as an RN. You got pain from the medical doctors RN. You got pain from your supervisor. And all you got to think is the next time you get paid, and then you'll be fine. Just make sure you are doing that type of thing. I got to get a guy in to talk about investing as well. I have somebody in mind, and I've got a request out to see if he would be willing to do it. So once we get that in, we gotta. I want to put things on the internet. I want to put videos out where people can understand and know what they need to do in order to leave a legacy. Now that's just me. That's just me. That's important to me, to leave a legacy. Some people believe that other people control your legacy, but I think you do too. You still have to put the work in. Other people may decide whether or not it's a legacy, but you can't create your own with your children and grandchildren, all that. SC said, Gemini drafted my last training plan for a group I had to train. Gemini created podcasts using the training materials. I use it for schedule rotations. Yeah. And that's what you got to do. Can you imagine sitting there, writing all that stuff out, writing a transcript for your podcast, putting together all the, that's crazy. Or you can have it do it for you. And that's what it's for, to make you more efficient. And the more you can show, you can use it. Now you can also build a business around that too, SE. You can build a business that'll make you, maybe $1,000, $2,000 a month doing things and selling things that people need that work in HR. So it's there. It's there for the taking. Well, we've been at this 30 minutes. I'm going to take a break. And when we come back, I'm going to give you your top 5 so we can roll up out of here. He's back. Dr. Ken's Truth, I'm here along with my compadres on the YouTube chat. I want to say we're here Monday through Thursday at 4 o'clock Central Time on Facebook, LinkedIn, and of course, YouTube. Just go to at Dr. Ken's Truth. And if you want to support us, you can always go to drkenswag.printify.com. I got some new stuff coming. I've been creating 3 new items that I hope you'll like. Since y'all be getting into wearing stuff, so I'm gonna put some of my comments on shirts and see how it goes. See how it goes. How it blows up. Let me go to the chat before I hit my top 5. Quanda said the good thing about continuing education is the credit transfers. I transferred 42 credits into this 120 BSN program, so that once complete many credits I have will transfer over. Good. Todd said it must be easy to take out an IR now. I thought diction was super cool. No typing like the old days. Yeah. I wonder how cops write reports now, because you had to fill in the template and write it in your own words. Can you use voice and talk it into existence? I don't know. People get kind of flaky. They keep saying we won't need lawyers, but I still think we'll need lawyers because somebody's got to look over your stuff. So I'm just saying. All right. Yeah, that's me. That is me. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to, because Dame will be in. Let's try Monday, because I said July we were going to start taking phone calls on the trying to think where I'm going to put it. Am I going to use a module so they call in on the phone, or think I'm going to use, I think I'll use Google. You can just call the number and I'll click it and we'll see if it works. Yeah, is that cool? Is that fine? All right, we'll see. I'll have to test it one day, see what's going on. We'll have to see what's going on. Oh, well. That's life.
Number 5.
Well, it's weather today. Weather, hot weather. There is an extreme heat warning. I guess if you're in Arizona, it'd be cool. But if you're in Milwaukee, it's extreme heat. Till 10 o'clock tonight. Currently it's 97 degrees, feels like 106. High today was 98, and the low is going to be about 73. It's partly sunny outside. It was nice outside. Tomorrow, 46% chance of, tonight, 46% chance of thunderstorms. So be careful. Be very careful. There's a chance of storms that'll come around midnight or so, and we'll see how that works out. And as usual, Milwaukee style, y'all get mad when people leave.
Number 4.
From CBS 58, a mural in downtown Milwaukee played tribute to former Bucks superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo. Never say his last name. Appears to be vandalized. CBS 58 captured graffiti near the bottom of the mural located at Wisconsin and Jackson. Of course, it's the developing story, so if you want to check it out, you can stick with CBS 58 on air and online for updates. Right across his butt, on each cheek, they put oh, it's funny. You got to go to CBS 58 and take a look at the pictures. And of course, being in Milwaukee, I see a lot of people driving around without front plates or rear plates in a rickety car with their kids and going down the street. And I just think to myself, That person doesn't have a license, probably. Their car's not registered. They probably don't have insurance. The car is in bad shape, and eventually something bad might happen. One thing I do know, they might have been going to get their nails done.
Number 3.
This from WISN.com. A car crash through 2 beauty shops. Not 1, 2. Causing major damage to the building. The crash happened around 2 a.m. on 11th and Mitchell on the south side. Milwaukee police say a 30-year-old driver was speeding going eastbound on Mitchell Street near 10th, and they report the driver was the only occupant, which is really no excuse. When the car crashed into the building, the driver lost control but was not under the influence. It ended up completely, nearly inside a hair salon, which, according to the owner, is named Color Bar 1025. The owner told WISN 12 News the next door nail salon is called Nails on Point. News crew on the scene saw one person receive medical attention, but police said the driver was not taken to the hospital. Police said the driver was not arrested and cited. Interesting. Why is that? I wonder. That's kind of strange. And, of course, what is this? Looks like breaking news.
Number 2.
From Fox6Now.com, Milwaukee police today released video related to the investigation of an officer-involved shooting that happened near 64th and Sheridan on on June 16th. The story, police shot and wounded a 20-year-old man who was taken into custody back on June 16th. Officers responded to the area of 64th and Sheridan that night for reports of an active shooter, and they heard gunshots, encountered a suspect wearing a mask. 2 officers fired their weapons and struck the suspect. 20-year-old man was arrested and taken to the hospital. Police said he's suspected to survive. An AR-style pistol was recovered. No officers were injured. Officer involved in the incident is a 25-year-old with over 2 years of service and a 30-year-old with over 8 years of service. 2 officers involved are, of course, on administrative leave, which is standard protocol involving officer-involved shooting. And they're investigating, and everything is ongoing. So they released that video today. And you can see the officers there with a long gun, and you can see the officer with a handgun, and guess it didn't work out for the guy. And you remember before I was complaining about some of the things that our city council does as it relates to not liking ICE. And I get it. I get it. But, you're going to cause an uproar. Like the other day, the sheriff didn't want them on sheriff's property. The police didn't want them staging on city property. They wanted to stage where it's safe, where there are quote unquote friendlies that won't come out and harass them and all that. Well, now everybody's saying, nope, you can't do that. You got to do it on the street. Okay, well, they'll do it on the street then. They can use city property. It's in the United States of America and it's public, so they can use it. Well, ICE is fighting back.
Number 3.
Did I click the wrong one? It should have been.
Number 1.
That was for Klonda. She's going to complain I had a boomer moment. From JS Online, a U.S. immigration and customs enforcement surge across Milwaukee. The city and county leaders are clashing with the agency for breaking local ordinances, including one banning law enforcement officers from wearing masks. Your local ordinance can't stop a federal officer from doing their job. Common Council prohibited local and federal officers from covering their faces in April. Any officer who violates the rule faces a penalty between $5,000 and $10,000. I'd love to see you try to go into an ICE facility and try to issue a citation to somebody. In a statement on June 30th, Lauren Biss, a Department of Homeland Security spokesperson, said the agency would not abide by local rules prohibiting masks. She said sanctuary politicians attempting to ban our federal law enforcement from wearing masks is despicable and a flagrant attempt to endanger our officers. 39 people have been arrested in the Milwaukee area, ICE said on yesterday, and local officials have also called out ICE for breaking other rules, such as county ordinance banning them from staging on county property. After seeing photos of ICE vehicles at Mitchell Park Domes on June 29th, Milwaukee County Supervisor Juan Miguel Martinez said he went there to try to show the agents the ordinance. And is he obstructing a federal officer? I don't know. When he arrived, the vehicles had left, but he called Sheriff Danita Ball, who then informed her staff of ICE's presence. Martinez said right now the idea is to document and know as much as possible and make sure everybody has eyes on the mark, so later we can sue them for staging without a permit. You ain't winning that suit. Like, what's wrong with you? He must be trying to get reelected. The county ordinance against vehicle staging in parks dictates the ticket is a civil matter, not criminal, so it is not a measure of sheriff's office enforcement could enforce, said James Burnett, spokesman for the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office. Martinez said he's working on additional legislation to bar ICE from other county property, such as public buses. Huh? Anywhere the public can go, police can go. What? Okay, this is starting to get dumb. It's starting to get dumb. But it's Milwaukee politicians, so kind of hard pressed not to say that. Let me go back. Todd said, I heard ICE set up at District 2. They did, and then they ended up being asked to leave, and they left. That's a big spoiler, said, good to see you streaming. Keep posting on YouTube. Absolutely. I'm here every day. Well, not every day. Monday through Thursday, usually. At 4 o'clock, I kind of hang out for a half hour, an hour, and kind of chop it up with, people who like to holler and scream at me and beat me up like Quanda. The only nice person is Sincere, Todd, SE. Let me go back through here and say what's up. All right, so the big spoiler. Good to see you, Todd. Quanda, I don't know what I'm going to do with you. You got class tonight? When class start? Who else is here? SE, good to see you. And don't forget, Sherwin Hughes is on tonight. I don't know if he promotes my show. I don't know. But Sherwin Hughes is on tonight on YouTube from 7 to 8 at Hughes Views 414. So make sure you check him out. I think I have the link on my live page, on my channel page. So you can check that out. Let me see who else is up here. Jasmine, what's going on? She said she had an art business since 2015, but been taking a hiatus. Why? Well, what do you mean art business? Do you teach art, Jasmine, or do you create art and then sell it? Like, I don't know. That's always something I could never do. But I've started doing some things. I ran across one of my guys who wrote some poems, and so I put some of his poems online. I kind of supported him and did that. So you should go check it out. Matter of fact, I'll throw it in the YouTube chat, and you can check it out and tell me what you think about it. I helped him put together his page. So it's a poetry page for men. MEN, not women, men. Y'all can read it, but it's not for you. So I'm just saying. Like Krisha says, Sherwin isn't on tonight. Oh, he not on tonight? Okay. All right. Let me see who else is up in here. Sincere, Ronnie Ray Real, Todd. Nah, really, a city girl. She must be at work because she's always quiet when she's at work. Yeah. I'm not quiet at work. I'm making sure I didn't miss anybody. Because, Babar pops in, but, he be on that other thing. So, can't really. Anyway. Yeah. Willie. Where you at, Willie? Where you been? So that's it. So I want to say thank you for hanging out with me today. Tomorrow, as promised, my bad. This is a boomer moment. So says RN Kwanda. I'm sorry, I said her name wrong. Kawanda. Dame Ellzey is going to be with us tomorrow. We'll chop it up and talk about the city and what's going on. And things that can change and all those things. Kawanda says she's in class. Did you see that message? You know how many messages I get in here? You know how many messages are in here? It's a lot of messages. And scroll through the whole thing. Watch this. You ready? You know I'm getting old. I can't read all them messages. It's a boomer moment, right?
Quiet.
Man, I'm just saying. It's a boomer moment. And you know, when you have a boomer moment, you know, you get more up. But yeah, we're going to hang in there. We're going to try to get it done. So, thank you for hanging out. You know what you are, Kwanda, right? Just for being mean to me. Just for hollering at me. You know what you are? Your head. That's for you. That's for Sincere, too. Hey, thanks for hanging out. God bless. Take care. Don't work too hard. Have a good one. Stay cool. Don't get out here. Stay hydrated. Keep yourself out from under this hot sun. Put some sunscreen on like I did. All right. And so that's all I got for today. Tomorrow, I'm excited. Dame Ellzey, one of my frat brothers of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. So we'll be here tomorrow. So, hey, love you guys. Hang out. Make sure you let everybody know we're here. Thanks for hanging on Facebook and YouTube. And, of course, LinkedIn. Deuces. I'm out.